before I start, I want to ask one question. How many of you have got enough sleep during the weekend? No. Just a little. Yeah, we also. I'll tell you now why. Okay. I'll just check the slides work. Cool. So let's start. My name is Tomas, and I love apps. I do that in my professional life and in my spare time. I organize hackathons and work with mobile developers. So I came up with this idea on Friday here on stage with a t-shirt saying San Francisco Group. And I got another 2 developers and 1 designer joining the team. So that's great. Let's start with the problem. How many of you here have an idea for app? Okay, quite a lot. There are many more people having this problem. And they want to find developers, they find developers, they say like, let's work together, then we'll share revenues for free, share revenues, but developers usually, they don't like to work for free, right? So I have a solution for you. You submit an idea for an app, then you go out and attract voters for your idea. No money, just votes. When you reach a certain amount of votes, then you, let's say 50,000, then you're done. We develop your app for free. And what's next? When we launch, we send an email notification to all those voters saying like, hey, you like this app, so maybe you would like now to go and get it. It's $1. At some point of time, that will get to top 25. And when it's there, the download starts automatically and it rolls out. As David Weekly mentioned last Friday, like we need to fail. And we need to fail fast, we all know this. So let's say we reach such production level that we ship 1 app per week. So that's kind of like fastest failing machine. But on the other hand side, it's like the shortest trip to success. And after success, we have this. When we have this, we share revenues. 30% goes for Apple, 30% for idea person, 40% stays within the platform. And why this should work? You guys know working out? I told that yesterday. They're kind of the same model, but just for physical products. So, working 3 years, they got 23 million investment. They call themselves Social Product Development Platform. And we call ourselves Social Lab for Apps. So who are we? You know about me now. So about other members. Mendoza, information architect, software engineer. He has worked at CERN. We have Aurimas, web developer, 14 years experience in IT. We have designer, Eric, web and app designer. And that's not all. We have partners, Lemon Labs, which produced 3 apps in the last 6 weeks. And they will cooperate with this platform and work together. So that was yesterday. And actually, after the yesterday's pitch, that idea kind of got traction from the audience. So what we did, we sat down together with some other teams, thought of what would be the first idea shipped to the platform, and we just didn't have time for voting, so we went straight to development. And here, the hashtag app. This will be launched tonight. I don't say anything else now. It will be launched here on stage. I just want to confirm with Vadim and Yuri, will this be the first app ever developed during the start of monthly event?
She did, yeah, probably.
We reach them via the distribution channels, via the App Store. We relate to them via social engagement and gamification. Everyone kind of wants to be a part of the next big thing, so we kind of let them be a part of the next big app. And of course, we take 40% of the revenues. We need employees. We need to collect ideas and to collect votes. And our key partners could, of course, be those idea people. We need to take care of them, help them market, and so on. And the costs, they should just be lower than 40%. What's our plans? So we now can quit our jobs. We would deliver platform in 3 months, and we would launch first app in 6 months. Actually, the second, because the first one will be tonight. What we need for this is 100K euros investment, or maybe just win this startup battle. And as Yuri mentioned on Friday, and encourage us to, like, let's start up, so I say, let's app.
The development on this platform is fast and cheap.
you'll be able to turn out lots and lots of apps. And then fundamentally what you need is a really great idea. And so you're going to build this kind of voting system to try and get the very best ideas from the communities. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's the initial idea. Yeah, right, you're correct.
Do you think that there's a real shortage of ideas, that in your development team you couldn't come up with enough ideas to be busy full-time working on those ideas anyhow?
For free on the share revenues.
That's
you're gonna have like a trash can of ideas.
I would like to answer this question. I don't think we could have a shortage of these ideas, but just to make it more bigger and more known, and to include that social element, like to build the community on it, like the Kickstarter. They share ideas, they get money, they build them on their own. That's kind of the other way around. But that's more of the social aspect, to build the community on it, and to have fun.
So I think that's the part that's clever, because I think that the App Store does a great job of finding momentum in apps and then accelerating that momentum. So if you have an app that's starting to do well, then bam, you make it into the top 25, and then bam, like you start doing really, really well. So there's a nugget of truth there. I like that part a lot. I just feel like if you guys, who are the app developers yourselves, sit down and think hard about what's likely to take off, what's cool, you're not actually going to be hungry for ideas. I think that having the community be able to have a voice and say, oh, I really like that. In fact, I'm willing to pledge $1 towards that right now, right, to basically kickstart your own app ideas and to commit, to pledge to buying the app when it comes out, then I think that starts being something, right? Because then it's an automatic momentum builder in the App Store.
That's good, and it's kind of what I said. I mentioned that if we do it for free, and then we charge for an app for $1, but actually this could be like the other way around. Like if the idea owner wants them app to be free for users. So we could do that way that you pledge $1, those loaders pledge $1 for development, and then we do that.
To be a Kickstarter-driven app development shop.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So,
it's always possible.
Yeah.
I see benefit in your product is to get the early adopters, like all these that liked, they can get the app. Like you can approach them, hear the app, buy it. So immediately you have early adopters. But from the idea perspective, I don't see how you're going to find quality ideas, because you give 30% for idea person. Everyone has an idea, so they're going to trash your platform with a ton of ideas, and I don't know how you're going to choose the best.
Well, this is probably a good question, and also, to trash, that should be a review process of what ideas come in, that it shouldn't be like another fat app. We shouldn't do this, and also that other community, like with their votes, they judge which should be that app which they want to see later on.
Yeah. I think that there are so many problems with accepting ideas that you will work on from the community at large. Because what will happen is that in the failure scenario, it's pretty boring and it's no problem at all, right? Nobody makes any money, none of these apps go anywhere. In the success scenario, one of the apps that you create, let's say, goes somewhere interesting, makes a couple $100,000, makes a couple $1 million. Now somebody else who submitted something that wasn't officially the official idea that you think says, that was basically my idea, you stole my idea, I want my 30%, right?
That's how could it be solved. It's like two alternatives how we develop ideas. It's if we pick that idea and then the development team just does that, that's one way. Another way is if you're an idea owner and we select to make your app, we, let's say, bring you to our headquarters. Maybe it will be in Silicon Valley.
No. But the person who submitted this idea was actually stealing my idea. I mentioned it to them.
That's part of intellectual property, and you cannot basically patent your idea anyway. So.
Right, but this is why, like, people who work at movie studios do not read scripts that are mailed to them. Because they run into exactly this issue. Because if at some point later they were to produce a movie that in any way touched on anything like that, they get sued. So they'll just drop it in the shredder without reading it. Right? Because it's dangerous to take ideas from random people and then try and build multi-million-dollar businesses off of it.
I understand this. I would more take this like more openly and just leave it for a more organic process, like it was on the Kickstarter. And actually, if you get traction and if you get pledges, and that idea. I actually never heard a story behind the Kickstarter that someone got into a fight that, oh, this was not my idea, and you.
So in Kickstarter there is an entry barrier. Not everyone can put his idea on the Kickstarter. You have to produce a video, you have to work hard, you have to define what are the packages. So it's not for everybody. It's not just an idea. It's a project in process.
Exactly. That's correct.
Because you already started doing something. It's not that.
That's what we get. It's not like you write just text, but you can choose if you want to upload, like, it's exactly what I had in mind that when you submit an idea, it should be like all the way how you want others to encourage.
So why do they need you?
At least upload a picture or video as on the Kickstarter, but here's the difference between the Kickstarter and here is that we don't collect these pledges, we just collect the votes, basically the currency of the potential pieces.
So let me jump in here, because I'm not with these guys. I'm just sort of intrigued. Occasionally an idea comes along that it's something that if I was presenting this one in Silicon Valley, I could imagine that there would be a great diversity of passion about this. And some people would say, this has never worked. Some people would say, wow, this is like Kickstarter and da-da-da-da. But this one is a big mystery because of these types of points that we're hearing here. Like I was sitting here thinking that you could have, it's like a lottery and the money is raised and it's like a bounty and maybe multiple people could try developing the idea. And the money raised goes to whoever wins the prize for the best. But I don't know. But my point is there's something here. It's sort of a crazy idea. And which is good in which you could try it. It would be great if you could do something like this, I don't know how to say it, on the cheap. This is a tough thing to raise money for in advance, but if you guys can get it out there and are willing to be passionate and be behind it, who knows what might happen. So some things are real good venture projects. It's just a question of the timing of when you're going to get traction and stuff and what you're going to learn. As none of us here can imagine how this thing is going to turn out. And so I'm just deferring. I'd like to see this one come to life just because I want to see how great it is or how big a crater it makes.
Thanks.
What's the app? What's the hashtag app?
This will be launched tonight here on stage for 3 minutes. You'll hear all about it. Thanks.
What's the platform that you plan on building?
Mainly we focus now on iOS only. It's easier to monetize and it's just the way it's easiest to reach the user. Users are more eager to buy apps on that.
You had 3 months in your planning for building a platform. Why not use something that already exists?
I came up with this idea actually just a week ago or something, but I was working with startups ecosystem like for a few years now. Within this ecosystem, like startups and organize hackathons, and I decided, okay, now I'll be the one who will present the idea, and not to participate like from the other side, not from mentoring or organizing, just to present my idea.
Just last one. This might be one of those things. I build like the 1-week version of this thing and just get going. If you got to keep your day job, and just get it out there. Do this thing ghetto.
Thank you.